One of the things that is a big critical success factor and a best practice of high-level leaders is what some would call miracle morning, golden hour. I call it level setting. And level setting, golden hour, miracle morning is about getting your life in check through the daily routine, the daily habit. In fact, if you study high-level leaders, highly successful people, they are super solid on success routines, super solid on morning routines. And so that's how you carve out the space and the time. You know, evaluating your life as a leader should look like a system, and a system that should be annually, right? It should be quarterly, it should be monthly, and then it should be daily, right? So it's the DMQA, we call it, which is the process we walk our clients through. But daily is what should happen. How should that happen? Setting a boundary. And setting a boundary, you know, I was working with an executive leader, faith leader, and she texts me one day and she says, "Here's my new number." And I realized it was the third new number she had given me in a few years. And I text back, I said, "Stop giving out your number. You need boundaries." And she says, "Oh my gosh, you're so right." She says, "Oh my," I said, "Stop giving." I knew she's changing her number because people are calling her all hours of the night. And guess what? They're not wrong. She's wrong. I said, "You're wrong. You don't have a boundary." And a lot of times with high-level leaders, we don't have boundaries. And so I would say, you know, in terms of practice, boundaries need to be set. High-level leaders, we're wired to roll over and pick up the phone. No, you know, put the phone in another room. That's a best practice. It's challenging to do. And then, you know, I describe the personal boundary is have a personal open hour. So for instance, you know, I'm not personally open for business until after 9 a.m. So I can't talk to you before 9. And so I think for leaders, do you really need to have a conversation before 9 a.m.? No, you need to probably attend to yourself first and attend to your family, right? And so here's the rationale behind it. Leaders, we run fast and hard. And particularly, I mean, I'm a Black woman, so people of color, we have to show up and be 100% A game, come 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, all day long. And all day long, people are challenging and testing you, who you say you are, what you say you do. They're testing your ability. They're testing your capability. They're testing and challenging who you say that you are. And how you do that at the next level as a leader is get yourself together before you are personally open for business, and stop with the attending to other people first thing in the morning, unless they're your loves. Look, before 9 or before whatever your hour is, love on your loves. And I'll back up a step further and say, give yourself to you before you give yourself away. So that's our level setting practice. One of the things we do with leaders is we practice level setting, and it's the 7 things that you must do before your feet hit the floor in the morning. 1 is vision, 2 is intentions, 3 is self-statement, your identity statement or your mission statement. That is what anchors us. And particularly for Black folks, we need to be anchored first thing in the morning because things are coming at us. And that is how we evolve to the next level. Listen, additionally, with that kind of time, you get to tap into your source. And so if you're trying to figure out what your next game plan is in business, if you're trying to resolve an issue, if you're trying to be innovative, creative, tap into what you say you believe. I can't even begin to tell you how much has come from quiet time, prayer time in the morning to then go out and kill the game and win the game come 9, 10. We're ready for the meeting. We're ready for the M&A. We're ready for the restructure. You're ready for the reorg. You're ready for, oh, there's going to be some downsizing here. I'm good. I'm solid. I've been on both sides of this right sizing and downsizing and coach people through, and we are resilient people when we tap into what we say we believe. But a lot of times too much busyness, too much leading, and look, I'm not even going to go into who are we beyond the badge, because a lot of times our personal brilliance is being upstaged by our big job and the big title. When your feet hit the floor, if you haven't done anything to anchor yourself, game over, you lost. You are now off to the races. And so level setting, like Miracle Morning, like Golden Hour, is about this. Give yourself to you before you give yourself away. It is for all people, but particularly for leaders. Why? Because leaders need to practice mastery, and you cannot lead others and lead an organization and lead a team for any sustained period of time unless you are able to master self. So personal mastery is next level for leaders. I will say that some of the best practices for what successful people do first thing in the morning, pray or meditate, journal, work out. There is a thing with hot lemon water, but it may be another beverage. And then another is writing your goals, not the goals for the job. How about the goals for your life? That's next level leader, because look what leaders are doing that is baseline is looking at the calendar. That's basic, right? We're talking about boss. We're talking about winning. We're talking about the win. So let's just talk about the WYN formula, right? The WYN formula, it is what's the next level above what is basic leadership 101. And basic leadership 101 is, let me look at my calendar. Let me look at my goals and my deliverables for the job. But the WYN formula, the next level leader, is looking at, what is my vision for my life, my goals for my life, my intentions for my life? Stretch up to the 30,000 foot level first, and then you could come down to ground. Ground is what you have to do today. And so set a boundary, install this golden hour or level setting. So if you could get 5 minutes, great. 15 is better. 30 is awesome. And an hour is boss. When you have that kind of time and you are in control, that is really going to help, I think really position us for the ability to enjoy, right? The ability to really, really be present. This is the next level leadership that then propels you to go out and to be your best. This will contribute to, your unique serving proposition. And so many of us miss this because we're caught up. We're winning, but also spinning.